In a nutshell, TMT is quite a unique AIM-quoted vehicle because it's the only one on AIM that provides exposure to international, fast-growing, earlier stage, privately held companies in the internet space, which otherwise are beyond the reach of smaller private investors. We were established as a Jersey company in September 2010. Got admitted to trading on AIM in December 2010. In total, to date, we've raised $28 million US. Current market cap is approximately $42 million US. And to date, we've funded 26 companies and had successfully exited from 3 investments. In terms of investment strategy, it's very simple. We aim at generating attractive rates of return for our shareholders, primarily through capital appreciation, by investing in the TMT sector, specifically focusing on internet. Our key focus areas, the ones we believe represent some of the biggest growing market segments of the internet sector, are mobile software applications, cloud solutions, advertising technologies, various applications and services related to social networks, and project management software we are particularly excited about. We have quite a simple, but again, very rigorous investment process. We look for competent and motivated management teams, high growth potential, always on the lookout for potential synergies with other portfolio companies, and we look for viable exit opportunities. Unsurprisingly, perhaps, our rigorous investment approach leads to these statistics. Despite having reviewed almost 800 companies in the first 3 years and meeting in person about 160 founders or management teams, we only presented 49 cases to the investment committee and made only 26 investments. This is a snapshot of our current portfolio, organized according to criteria. In terms of the underlying company's focus on customers, business to business versus business to consumers, and also organized according to the company's growth stage. As you can see, the portfolio is very well diversified. I'm glad to say that some of the companies you see in the growth category today, at the time of our investment, were in the early stage category, but because some companies such as Reiki, Deposit Photos, Wanilo, Pipedrive, Viral, they've been doing very well, and they've grown quite a bit in the last couple of years, so they're at a much more developed stage now. We believe we have an excellent management team with all the necessary skills required to invest in internet companies. Our founder managers are of Russian origin. Before setting up TMT, they established in Russia what today is one of the largest and most successful business media companies, something like Bloomberg of Russia, with a business TV channel, lots of printed media publications. And in the last 20 years, they successfully invested in or started up approximately 70 internet startups. So we know what it takes to grow an internet business, what it's like to start up an internet company and make it successful. In addition, of course, we have all the necessary expertise of running a publicly traded investment company. Very importantly as well, this gentleman at the end there, he is our representative in California. A lot of our investment companies are based in San Francisco. This is what we find is still the epicenter for the activity in the internet sector. So presence in that part of the world is hugely important. To date, we've had 3 exits so far. One of the companies recently was acquired by Yahoo, generating an approximately 57% return for us. We had a couple more. The first 2 years, we were busy making investments, of course. We've raised $28 million in 3 successive rounds. And 2013 has become really the first year when we are starting to see some realizations from our portfolio. Very importantly as well, we are starting to see some key revaluations of some of our portfolio companies. In other words, these are not cash exits, but just revaluations on the balance sheet of our portfolio companies. Probably the most exciting one to date is from our portfolio company Vanilo. In 2011, we invested a very small amount, only $350,000 because it was a real startup, just 4 people, a very excellent founder. But we believed in the market niche. Vanilo is essentially a social shopping platform, something similar to Pinterest, with the only difference that you can buy everything you see on those pictures you see on the platform. And earlier this year, the company completed a capital round from a number of US investors at the valuation which implied a revaluation of our stake, which is now worth, according to those valuation levels, more than $5 million. Most recently, Reiki, another portfolio company, just 2 weeks ago, I think, announced a 10 million capital raise from very well-known investor Bain Capital, and the valuation at which they invested represented doubling of our fair value in that company in just over a year. Here is again a quick snapshot of our 10 largest portfolio holdings. And for anyone interested, we have small summaries, short summaries of all our current portfolio companies with the date of investment, with the size of our investment, our equity stake, what those companies do. I won't spend time on that.